Greetings and salutations, my name's David Rodwin and this is some epic bullshit. So we're on day 4 of the Master Cleanser and I've felt better. Usually it's day 2 and day 3 are the big hump days, but last night I started getting a runny nose and this morning I was congested, and today I feel like I may have actually developed a head cold. Now I think this was starting just before I began the fast, so perhaps it was just bad timing. But if this continues on for another day or so, I may end the fast early because it just doesn't make any sense to continue on like this. In the meantime, I'm indulging myself in one of the rare treats of the Master Cleanser, having mint tea. So delicious. You know, all of your senses get so much more heightened, so anytime I'm walking by someone making food, eating food, I can smell it from so far away, and it smells fantastic. I know I often go through my life doing things very unconsciously, especially eating, and doing the Master Cleanser reminds me just how special some of those things are. And because I don't have to cook anything now, it's actually letting my mind wander and fantasize about the things that I will cook in the future. The vegetable soup I'm going to make from scratch, the chili I'm going to make from scratch. I hit the yoga studio for the 3rd day in a row, and that part of the cleanse still feels great. And I'm sleeping fairly well, but I am sleeping a full 7 to 8 hours. I don't have the kind of short sleeps and extra energy that I've sometimes had on the cleanse. I feel least well at night. Starting around 10 p.m. my energy really starts to flag, so part of what I'm doing with this cleanse is to break some of my other rituals, and one of those is to stay up until the Daily Show is available online and then watch the Daily Show and the Colbert Report, finishing up sometime around 1:32 in the morning. Instead, last night I got into bed at 10 in the evening and I started reading Zaytoon by Dave Eggers about Katrina, the aftermath, and the horrific things that went on there. And I actually sat in bed and I read for 2 hours, and I can't remember the last time I did something like that. And while the first half of Zaytoon is nearly uplifting, the second half is so infuriating in terms of how our government responded to Katrina and the abuse that was poured upon regular citizens who did nothing wrong. It just made me want to do an entire rant on that today. But if you haven't read Zaytoon, go out and get it. It is based on a real story and real people, and it is beautifully written. I still shouldn't have stayed up to midnight, but that's earlier than I normally go to sleep. So that's still some kind of progress in terms of shaking things up. My name's David Rodwin, and this was some epic bullshit.